advances water resilience efforts through global risks. Others. Nigeria Governors Forum backs tax refund bills, rejects increment of value-added tax. And foreign and global diesel prices spike as United States hits Russia with new sanctions. And in sports, injury forces Naomi Osaka out of Australian Open. And now the details. I am Mike James. Lagos State Chief Resilience Officer Falayinka Danaya says the state is determined to explore the fundamentals of insurance and the role of risk transfer mechanisms in strengthening water resilience for Lagos while building financial resilience against water-related disasters and adopting proactive risk management and mitigation efforts. Dania stated this at the year 2025 Global Risk and Resilience Fellowship Workshop, focusing on addressing water risks through innovative insurance solutions, strategic investment, and sustainable finance. The workshop identified potential investment opportunities in Lagos State water sector, including green infrastructure, water efficiency project, and climate-resilient water management systems. The event brought together local and international experts, policymakers, and stakeholders to share knowledge, expertise, and best practices as participants explored innovative insurance solutions to address water risks, including the benefits of parametric insurance, index-based insurance, and other risk transfer mechanisms. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority LASMA says it salvaged 1,075 lives from the brink of road traffic catastrophes in 2024. LASMA Director, Public Affairs and Enlightenment Department, Adebayo Taufik, in a statement says the agency addressed 2,051 road traffic incidents, encompassing 3,754 vehicles. Taufik says these incidents were meticulously categorized as 143 fatal accidents, 502 severe accidents, and 1,406 minor accidents. It says as part of its commitment to fostering proactive public engagement and enhancing service delivery, LASMA inaugurated a toll-free hotline 080-005-27862, enabling Lagosians to report traffic obstructions, vehicular breakdowns, emergencies, and the conduct of LASMA personnel. Taufik adds that the agency remains resolute in harnessing advanced technology, fostering public collaboration, and enhancing the proficiency of its personnel to deliver unparalleled traffic management services. The federal cabinet has debunked viral social media messages claiming that the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos is defective and unsafe, describing it as baseless. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, who spoke through the Federal Controller of Works in Lagos, Olukorede Kesha, said during an inspection tour of the Third Mainland Bridge, rumors claiming that the bridge was shaken were false and should be disregarded.
The Honorable Minister has directed that I come out to come and tell Lagosians and Nigerians at large that there's nothing wrong with the bridge. So we're using this opportunity to tell the motoring public, Lagosians and Nigerians, that the bridge is safe, the integrity is not in doubt. So this administration has not been negligent in carrying out their duties, and I've been directed by the Honorable Minister to reiterate the fact that the bridge is safe and is sound.
The minister said the rumors making the rounds are untactful falsehood by the fifth columnist aimed at undermining the confidence and solidarity reposed on the works sector of the renewed Hope administration by Nigerians. He emphasized that the 11 kilometers Third Mainland Bridge is structurally safe for use and its integrity intact, urging road users to disregard the rumors. The minister restated the commitment of the Federal Ministry of Works to changing the narratives in the road infrastructure development in Nigeria as it embarked on regular maintenance and inspection of projects. And now to the rest of the stories. The Nigeria Governors Forum (NGF) has finally thrown its weight behind the tax refund bill submitted by President Bola Tinubu to the National Assembly. The state governors made this known in a communique issued at the end of a meeting with the chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, in Abuja. In a communique signed by the NGF chairman and governor of Kwara State, Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak, the forum proposed an equitable sharing formula for value-added tax. The governors said the revised value-added tax VAT sharing formula must ensure equitable distribution of resources of 50% based on equality, 30% based on derivation, and 20% based on population. The forum stated that there should be no terminal clause for the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, and National Information Technology Development Agency in the sharing of development levies in the bills. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has announced that 7,746 deceased voters were removed from the National Voter Register in 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory as of December 2022. The Director of Voter Education and Publicity, Victoria Etta Messi, who announced this, said a thorough cleaning of the voter register is usually done before every general election. In its 2023 post-general election review in December 2024, INEC highlighted challenges with cleaning up the voter register, despite improvement in the voter registration process that added 12,298,944 new registers. The Commission also identified the problem of double or multiple registrations, which was addressed by deploying the automated biometric identification system. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has congratulated the founding chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Bisi Akande, on his 86th birthday celebration. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a statement issued by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Gboyega Akosile, praised Akande's commitment, dedication, and contributions to politics and governance in Nigeria in the last 4 decades. Sanwo-Olu, who is the chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum, described the first elected governor of Osun State in the current Fourth Republic as a true democrat, seasoned administrator, quintessential leader, and highly revered statesman who has held several public offices with passion, integrity, and honesty. And now to foreign news. Global diesel prices and refining margins have spiked following the latest round of U.S. sanctions on Russia's oil trade on expectations the measures will tighten supplies. This is according to analysts and London Stock Exchange Group LSEG data. The United States imposed its toughest sanctions on Russian producers and tankers on January 10 to curb the world's number 2 oil exporter's revenue for its war in Ukraine. Many of the newly targeted vessels, part of what is called a shadow fleet that seeks to circumvent Western restrictions, have been used to ship oil to India and China. Refiners in those countries have benefited from cheap Russian imports that were banned in Europe following Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. Over to sports news. Two-time champion Naomi Osaka is out of the Australian Open after she was forced to retire injured from her third-round match against Belinda Bencic. Japan's Osaka was playing in the third round of a Grand Slam for the first time since returning from maternity leave last year. The four-time major winner stormed a 4-1 lead in the first set before appearing to struggle with an abdominal injury, calling for the physio at 6-5. Osaka continued to suffer as Bencic dominated the tie-break, and the 27-year-old decided to call it a day before the start of the second set. Osaka gave birth to daughter Shai in July 2023 and returned to the WTA Tour 6 months later. That was our news at 12. But just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Please keep your vehicle's valuables off the view of miscreants. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. And you can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration deployed traffic lights and CCTV cameras in strategic places in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos government website and to end the news. Here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Chief Resilience Officer Folayinka Dania said the state is determined to explore the fundamentals of insurance and the role of risk transfer mechanisms in strengthening water resilience for Lagos, while building financial resilience against water-related disasters and adopting proactive risk management and mitigation efforts. The Nigeria Governors Forum, NGF, has finally thrown its weight behind the tax reform bill submitted by President Bola Tinubu to the National Assembly. We also told you that global diesel prices and refining margins have spiked following the latest round of U.S. sanctions on Russia's oil trade on expectations the measures will tighten supplies. In sports, two-time champion Naomi Osaka is out of the Australian Open after she was forced to retire injured from her third-round match against Belinda Bencic. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast. This was compiled by Adirayodo Olaya. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon to you.